Hello, I'm making Hamburgu today. I started with caramelizing onions until brown. My secret ingredient here is curry powder. I use Japanese SB curry mix that's got a lot of different types of spice. I feel it gives some depth to the meat mixture. Once it's brown, take it off from the heat and flatten this and chill it because you want to combine it with the meat later. Once onions are chilled, let's mix meat. This is pork and beef minced meat. I added some salt, nutmeg and pepper and start kneading. Knead until very sticky and the color of the meat changes from red to whiter color. And then also when you pay attention to the bottom of the bowl, fat started to before that, like this is overhead shot I was hoping to get, but I don't have anything special to get a shot, so I was stacking ingredients like salt, flour, ingredients container, and I was placing my phone on it. It's not nice looking, but that's a job maybe. Okay, it's time to add some eggs, and then some breadcrumbs that I soaked with some soy milk, and then this is caramelized onions. I made not earlier, I was freezing it from chayo recipe. Anyway, so I combine it everything evenly. So before this I was talking about the fat on a bowl. So when you knead this, you want to knead until the meat is whiter, and also the bottom of the bowl, the fat sticks to it so it gets white as well. It is the finishing line, you can tell, okay, it's time to stop kneading when you see the fat on the bottom. And then once meat is nicely combined, evenly flatten the surface, and then I put in the fridge to chill it for a while. While setting this aside, I cut some vegetable, including some potatoes. I was making Hasselback. I always forget this name. What is this? Hasselback potato. It's the potato that has a slits. And here I'm making aromatic oil with good olive oil, cloves, pepper, and grated garlic. And then bring it some shimmer until garlic smells amazing. And then later you want to rub this in a potato. But let's go back to this meat. It's nicely chilled now, so I'm gonna make them into balls. So I initially was wearing gloves, but once I was trying to make some balls with this, maybe because the gloves was pretty big and they didn't fit my hands felt numb and I couldn't make good balls, so I took them off. So I made balls with bare hands. But when I cook for myself, I don't really care about gloves. And anyway, so I make balls out of the meat. The surface of the ball should be very smooth. Also, after making balls, you want to flatten the surface so that they will get cooked evenly in the cooking process. Everything is ready. So I heated up the pan. This is stainless pot, so I want to make it extremely hot, so hot that water wouldn't evaporate immediately. It's gonna form a small bowl, like a bubble, and then dance around the pan. That's the time to add some oil and then place Hamburgu. Cook the surface over medium heat until brown, and then put a lid on, reduce the heat to low, and then keep cooking until it's cooked. Let's go back to the potatoes. I was rinsing them in the water and I was drying them out, so now it's time to rub in oil, the aromatic oil. And I used my fish grill for the first time in my entire life. I've never used this. It's a common item that you see in Japanese kitchen, but my family didn't have the habit to use this, so I had never used it either. It was pretty easy. Maybe easier than the oven. Here is cumin being cooked and fat that hamburger was cooked. And I added eggplant, salt, and airing the mushroom, and I cook it until brown, shiny. Now let's check the potatoes. Potatoes aren't yet cooked, but I was adding some green peppers, shishito peppers. This is Hamburg. I placed everything that was in this pot into the pan next to it. I'm making sauce by mixing soy sauce, ketchup, and Worcestershire sauce, and then shimmer it. So mix them until emulsified and pour it over Hamburg. And that's it. It was such a delicious meal.